We are live, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Luke Ponto once again. Today, we're going to be talking about the biggest surprises of 2021, both good and bad ways, depending on which way you look at it. So, it's going to be a fun topic tonight. So, I have brought on a great and very special guest, a great content creator in his own right, does great movie reviews and spoiler reviews. My good buddy, Eric Thorpe, aka Eric Thorpe Reviews. How's it going, Eric?
I'm good, man. I'm really excited to be on your channel. Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to talk about
Nope.
this movies this year.
No problem, man. I mean, anytime. This is going to be a really fun topic to talk about. So I left a link to his channel down in the description box below. So go subscribe to Eric and go give him some love because he deserves it. And also, what the heck are you waiting for from me? So hit that subscribe button for my channel as well. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell and also hit the thumbs up because it's very beneficial for both me and Eric to get our content out there. So, my friend, let's talk some movies, shall we?
Okay, so what? I guess your channel. So I guess you'll ask. Sorry, I was about to ask
Yeah.
you.
So, what are a few films that you thought were big surprises, like in a good way, in regard or like being like the most surprising film that you could possibly think of? I was like, oh my god, that was so good.
Well, I've got to say the biggest one for me, and maybe for some people it wasn't as much of a surprise, but kind of the Snyder cut. I didn't like. I actually loved Man of Steel and even Batman v Superman more than most people, but I still actually until right before it came out wasn't that hyped for the Snyder cut just because I didn't know what to make of it. I'm like, so it's gonna be like they're making like twice the length now out of like that like disaster from. I'm like
Yep.
that actually I don't know. I just didn't think they'd pull it off, and then it's like one of the best comic book movies ever in my opinion.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Snyder Cut. I mean, I knew I was going to really enjoy it, but it has pacing problems. That's like my only complaint with the Snyder Cut is that it has pacing problems.
Yeah, I mean I've seen it 3 times. I don't know. I can't say I think considering the runtime, I don't think like it's. I think its pacing is pretty good considering it's 4 hours. But
Ah,
yeah, I don't know. So that just. I mean, maybe for some people it was one of their most anticipated, but even though I was a Zack Snyder fan, it actually wasn't one of my most anticipated movies just because I didn't know what to make out of it, and then it blew me away. So I'd say that's the
yeah.
number one for me in terms of positive surprises.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one to have as a big surprise because I know obviously a lot of people were anticipating it, but I kind of went on the fence just a little bit like, eh, it's 4 hours, so why would you put it on like just go 4 hour movie? Just like but obviously Zack Snyder really wanted to get his vision of the Justice League out after the crappy Justice League, which we are not going to talk about. Just saying. We're not going to talk about that piece of crap. So
I agree.
but yeah, I really did enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League. I got the 4K sitting in my pile here. Let me if I can get it out.
I've got here. I'll get mine on it. I got the 4K set with Man of Steel and BVS because I didn't have those on 4K yet. Nice, man.
Yeah, I just got the normal 4K slip. I bought this for I paid full price for it. I didn't feel like waiting until Black Friday just to get it. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm an expensive kid.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of my money this year, outside of actually going to the movies, has gone to like my Funko Pop collection behind me. So I'd
Has
say
mostly go-
majority of them are from this year. I might have had a few of them from before, but yeah.
yeah, I've had a lot of picking up physical media this year and started going back to the movie theaters now since because I've been really wanting to start actually going to see the actual cinematic experience. And
Yeah.
and that film for me to actually really start me going back to the movie theater is actually Mortal Kombat.
Oh man, they weren't open for me when that came out. I got that on 4K. Okay, that's another one I have from this year
Oh
actually.
yeah, I have Mortal Kombat. It's down lower in the pile, but
I got mine.
I liked Mortal Kombat when I first saw it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 or a B in my initial review, but upon rewatch, my second watch, same thoughts, but third watch was about like a couple days ago. I enjoyed it a little bit more. It definitely, my thoughts were definitely upper. I gave it like a 4 out of 5.
Wow,
So
nice. I thought you were gonna say it went down on the third watch, but I'm happy to hear it went up. Because yeah, I already thought I gave it about the same. I did. That was like one of the first reviews I did, like movie reviews, and because I just watched it here. It wasn't even like we don't have HBO Max in Canada, so but you could pay for it here, so it wasn't free. But I rented it for like $25 or $30 or whatever. But then I watched it like 3 times within that like 48-hour rental time. But
wow, dude.
I gave it like a 7 out of 10 as well. So like same as your like 3.5 out of 5, right? So
Yeah, and
yeah.
I saw this at a two cinema theater, where we actually did have some reclining chairs, like for comfort, and but we also had Raya and the Last Dragon playing next to it, so we got our so me and my best friend that I usually go with see the movie. We got our tickets and we got our concessions, got our popcorn, got our other snacks, drinks. So we got into the theater. We went to our seats. We had to go to the way back because on the tickets they actually did tell you which row and which numbered seat that you need to sit in. So we got to our seats. We watched a couple of reviews. We saw trailers for Jungle Cruise and Boss Baby 2 somehow. So and we saw a Disney short playing, and my friend goes downstairs and it goes and checks the other theater, and he's like, "Yeah, we went to the wrong theater." And I was like, "Shoot!"
Oh man.
But at
But,
least we got right in before the previews started. So I got lucky, and I got to see 5 trailers, which was actually the most I've seen before. Before I saw Halloween Kills in theaters with my mom.
oh yeah.
So I saw a trailer for Black Widow, which is also in my stack as well. A romance film called Finding You, which Cruella, Cruella, dude.
That's another one of my like big surprises for sure. Yeah. That movie
We'll
was a
talk
lot.
about
Yeah.
we'll talk about that one for sure. We'll talk about Cruella. Also, the Suicide Squad with the Rebellion trailer for the Suicide Squad,
Oh,
which
nice.
is actually my favorite trailer of the main 3 trailers.
I don't know if I remember like all the different trailers, but I love the movie. I
There's a
remember
Red Band trailer, Rebellion trailer, and then the Rain trailer. That's what they called it.
weirdly, I actually remember. I think I more distinctly remember like the first Suicide Squad trailers, just because as crappy as that movie is, it had really good trailers.
it
I
it had
remember that's
potential.
probably
It
the
had its
most.
potential.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably for me not like the worst movie of all time, but probably just the most outright disappointing. The original one, because that was like my most anticipated movie that year, I think, and it
Wow.
sucked. But it sucked. But I
Yeah,
love the new
hold on
one.
1 second. So I can read the chat a little better. I need to get my glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna pull up the chat on my phone to see if there's any.
So let's see. We got a few people in the chat already. My good buddy Alex Lopez is in the chat. How you doing, my friend? He says the Snyder Cut is one of the longest movies, yet it felt an epic, but not a perfect epic. I agree. I agree. Mortal Kombat is one of the best video game adaptations. Again, I agree. It's at least better than the most recent Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City movie.
I haven't seen that, but it looks pretty bad.
I even saw that trailer when I saw Halloween Kills in theaters, and I was like, really? Come on.
Did you see it already? Because it just came out, right?
Yeah, somebody sent me a screener link to watch the film, and I was
Oh, nice. Well, I
like
mean,
this
you
is
sucks.
like if you look at my facial expression, I'm like,
Yeah.
really? And plus, the director of the movie directed 47 Meters Down, both of them, and The Strangers Pray at Night, and The Other Side of the Door. So I knew it was not going to be good.
Yeah, and I don't know. It was all like CW actors and stuff. Like, I kind of, I
Yeah, and
don't know. That's not usually a good sign. Not to say that they can't get better, but I don't know.
it had some really terrible CGI. honestly. It has terrible CGI. Let's see. I'm currently watching a movie, but I hope you all have a great night. Thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that.
Take care,
Uh,
Alex.
Miss Club says, "Oh crap! You're alive. You're already live. I'm late."
Hey, Jamie. Yeah,
um,
sorry we started early.
oh, Jamie. Yep.
Yeah, it's just one of my friends that let know we were going live, and but yeah, we started kind of early.
David's in here. How's it going, bro? He says, "Can't stay for long, but hope you're doing well." Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Um, Tyron, Tyron, my dude, how's it going? And David says, "What's been your favorite movie of 2021?" Eric, I'm actually going to let you go first on that one.
Okay, that's pretty easy for me. It's No Time to Die. It was my most anticipated one of the year. I know you haven't seen it still.
I know you're mad at me for not seeing it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, until that came out, it was the Snyder cut, but yeah, it was my most anticipated movie really in years, and it for me it lived up to the hype. So I don't know, I'm a huge
Yeah,
James Bond fan, so and yeah, it was a
you're
pretty.
talking another one too, dude.
Yeah, I know you got to see the new one though.
I know, but
Yeah,
I did not get enough time to see it in theaters because of work and all that stuff. So I didn't get time. But hey, once it gets its physical release, I will be buying that 4K for sure. I will be buying that.
yeah, I got the 4 Funko Pops from it,
All
and
right.
I also got Pierce Brosnan out from Goldeneye because I don't know, that's my favorite pre-Craig one. So
Yep. And Jamie says Doom for the win. That's actually in my top three.
it's in my top 5. I think it's like my number 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my top three. But it's never gonna be for me, like as of now, the Suicide Squad and Last Night in Soho.
I think
For
yeah,
me personally.
those are literally like I have all those 3 like next to each other. I don't know. I like put out my top 10 just last night, and I think right now I have the Suicide Squad number 3, Dune number 4, Last Night in Soho number 5. So all pretty close for me.
Yeah, Last Night in Soho is actually still my favorite film of 2021. I watched it about a week ago. I rented it from iTunes for $20. I told my mom that I really wanted to watch this movie since I missed it in theaters. So she let me watch it, and my mind was blown, dude. Like I was like, I am so incredibly proud of Edgar Wright for actually accomplishing something like this.
Yeah, I need to actually see more of his movies. I think I've only seen that and Baby Driver.
You've never seen Scott Pilgrim?
Oh, actually, okay, I've seen that one. I think those are
Good.
the only ones, though.
Oh man.
I think I saw that like back when it was in theaters, but I don't remember it too well.
But hey, man, if you want to do a watch along for Scott Pilgrim one time, I'm down for it, man.
Yeah, or yeah, really.
I,
I mean, and also like I know I need to see that whole like Cornetto trilogy, but I just
of
never
Shaun of
do
the
it.
Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. One I
Yeah,
would really recommend mostly is Hot Fuzz, but you got to see all three of them.
yeah. I've heard Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead especially, but I've heard they're all good. Yeah,
Yeah, but Scott Pilgrim is for sure my favorite Edgar Wright film, and Last Night in Soho is right behind it. Actually, believe it or not, it's actually right behind it.
I mean you're gonna hate me, but of the 3 I've seen, it's between Last Night in Soho and Baby Driver. I barely
That's
remember
totally
Pilgrim
that's
though.
totally cool, man. Because Baby
Yeah.
Driver is actually my top three, so it's
Yeah, it
all
was a
good,
really
dude.
good movie. I saw that in theaters as well.
Um, Tyron says it's going good. I heard No Time to Die was good. Yeah, I think he missed that one too, like I did. So
It feels like a lot of people did.
I
But
did too, man. Tyron also says Last Night in Soho was fantastic. Absolutely, man. I totally agree. It was awesome.
yeah,
I hope at least either the Golden Globes or the Academy at least gives some recognition to Thomasin McKenzie because her performance was something else, man.
yeah, and honestly, I could see. I don't know if it would be crazy, but I could see possibly maybe like Diana Rigg for supporting actress.
Maybe Anya Taylor Joy could probably snag one in, but we'll see.
Maybe yeah. I just wonder though. Maybe like I don't know. I don't think she'd win, but maybe I wonder if they'd like give one to Diana Rigg because it's her like final performance too.
Yeah, like they did for Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
I mean yeah, and I don't know because she's kind of like a legend, right? I mean I don't know. Has she
Yeah,
been nominated before? I'm not
I don't
sure.
remember honestly. Like I don't remember from like too much stuff, but
Well, I don't know. I guess I know her from like 2 of my favorite franchises of all time. I know her from Bond, and I know her from Game of Thrones. So, like,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
Jamie says Shaun of the Dead, man. Let's get it.
Yeah,
Movies and Train Studios. How's it going, man? I'm happy to see you here. And Tyron agrees with me that Thomasin McKenzie should get nominated for an Oscar. You know what, man? I don't blame you, but I'm pretty sure that that Kristen Stewart is probably going to win that for Spencer, which I still have not seen. So
I need to see that still.
a lot of people have been giving it a lot of 5 out of 5s on Letterboxd, and I'm like, is it really that good? Like, that's concerning me a little bit.
I mean, it looks like it could be polarizing. It definitely looks like a bold kind of movie that some people will love, but it's not going to be for
Yeah.
everyone. But I do want to see it. It's not really in many theaters close to me, though. I'd have to like go downtown, and I'm kind of lazy to do that.
Yeah, but maybe we'll have to maybe like once the Oscar nominees are announced, like the Best Picture ones, maybe they'll start playing in more theaters to actually make more people actually go out and see them before the Oscars roll around.
Yeah, there's a bunch like that, and Belfast. I hope they do that as well because that's like a front runner, I think, right?
Yeah, but like everybody's going to be hyping up Belfast to win Best Picture because it's in black and white. And I'm like, come on, you're going Mank all over again.
Yeah, I think I've heard more people like Belfast though, from what I've heard.
Yeah, but I don't know. Movies and Train says, I think my biggest surprise of the year was either Ghostbusters Afterlife or Free Guy. I was really anticipating watching both the films, but they both surprised me how much I loved them. I 100% agree with you, actually. But, well, maybe not Ghostbusters Afterlife, mostly because I am a huge Ghostbusters fanatic. If you guys saw my initial review of Ghostbusters Afterlife, I adore Ghostbusters. Like, with all of my heart. My mom introduced it to me when I was like 6 or 7, if I remember right. But I love Ghostbusters, and I really, really loved the new Afterlife film. Did you see it yet, Eric?
I did, yeah. I liked it. Yeah, I don't know if I get into these ones too much, you might not like me. But
Yeah,
I
but
so I'd say Ghostbusters. I'm not like I don't know. I've never been the biggest fan. I guess personally.
that's totally fine. I mean,
Yeah, I
everybody
think the
has
first
their own
one's
style.
all right, and then I don't think the second one's great. And then Afterlife was probably my favorite one. Well, like I didn't even see the 2016 one, but I know that's like not even the same continuity or whatever. So
That's a hot take there, my friend. You actually liked Afterlife more than the original?
I think so, just because it had a bit more. I don't know. It was the most emotional one, so I liked that.
Hot take there, dude. I mean, of course, hot takes only, but still,
Yeah,
that's a huge hot take if I ever say so myself.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I rewatched the first one. I don't know. It never quite clicked with me personally. I don't know. But then again, I'm not much, and this is why probably also why my opinion on the other one's going to be a hot take too. But I can't say I've just never been that big on like outright comedies, and I felt like you get a bit like I felt like Afterlife was the most like leaning towards a more dramatic film compared to the other ones. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense. When people were kind of comparing it to like what Star Wars did with the Force Awakens, like basically. But let me get this out of the way. The Force Awakens felt like more of a carbon copy of Star Wars Episode 4. But this one kind of, even though it does pay tropes to the first Ghostbusters, it actually tries to go for something different and not just go beat for beat with the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Um, haven't seen Spencer, but I do hear it's very good. Tyron says I do need to check it out. Jamie still needs to see the new Ghostbusters. You should. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'd say it was worth it. I don't want to get into
Yeah,
obviously won't get into spoilers. I really liked everything except like one character. But yeah.
yeah. Eric's not really into those kind of movies. I understand. I mean, yeah, and she's and Jamie says you're not that she's not surprised.
Yeah, one thing I've learned being on YouTube is once anybody knows me, none of my opinions are that surprising.
Movies and Trains asks, "What's your guys' favorite Resident Evil movie?" Easily Apocalypse. Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Man, I don't know. I've like
Not all of them are good, man. Like the first three, I think, are the best ones of the series, but I always would prefer Apocalypse. But Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter are absolute garbage.
I mean, I'm not even certified to pick because I think I've seen like the first one like, a long time ago, and I think I saw one of the other ones. I didn't really think either were that good. I don't know, but I barely like seen the franchise, so I'm sorry.
Nah, man, you're good. I mean, you're not really missing much with the last three. Like, you're honestly not really missing much.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much my friend Jamie, who's in the chat, will tell you. But we, her, and some of my other friends like to make me play the video games and watch how scared I get. But
Yeah, but let's see. There was one that you. Let's see. A couple other surprises that I have in my pile, which were ones that you did not check out. I did the Forever Purge.
yeah, I've just got my whole list of all the movies I've seen this year.
A lot of people hated the Forever Purge, but I did not hate it that much. I mean, yes, it can feel typical with its political message, but that was kind of the whole point of the Purge in the first place. Like, it is political. So I really don't see the problem.
I think I've only seen maybe like the second one,
And that's like the one that's like the real one that is really worth your time, honestly, because the
it was
second
hard.
one is yeah. I do definitely really enjoy the second one. Another one that let's see.
Another one I think like I just actually watched last night, and I think it might have just cracked my top 10 for the year. Would be Tick Tick Boom. It was really good.
Oh yes, Tick Tick Boom.
Have you seen it?
I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Tick Tick Boom. It was a really good story. If I'm going to be honest, it was great.
Yeah, no, I thought it was just like a really kind of interesting kind of take on a biopic and everything, and it kind of like I didn't even like totally know, even though it tells you at the beginning it's true. Like I wasn't even like exactly sure that it was based on like a true story, and it just sort of like by the end it just like all makes sense, kind of the way it's being told. So I just thought it was like really interesting, and Andrew Garfield's energetic to say the least in that movie.
Maybe he might actually get an Oscar nomination for this one, so keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, I'd say well deserved if he does.
But maybe it's going to be a toss up between him and Will Smith for King Richard. Like, that's what I'm kind of thinking. But we'll see what happens when that time rolls around. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna try to see that one soon.
Will Smith really does maybe his best performance maybe since that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe since The Pursuit of Happiness, if I'm being honest. Maybe his best is The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that one being really good. Like that and I Am Legend, I think, were probably his best ones that I can remember. It's been a long
I
time
Am Legend's
since
really
I've
good.
seen those, but yeah, I felt like I feel like he almost like did more serious acting back in the day, and he got a little more casual about it. And then maybe like back to his serious roots. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't blame him, if I'm being honest. But another one, let's see. I'm gonna go with. I know we kind of touched on this. So I think we touched on this before we went live. Old. So here's the thing. A lot of people, well, like if you talk to anybody that hates Old, they will say that they will praise the concept. Like the concept is really good. I will give him credit for that, but nobody gives the performances credit. Like especially like Gail Garcia Bernal, Vicky Krieps, Alex Wolff, Thomas and McKenzie. But Rufus Sewell is a jerk in the film, and I could not stand him throughout the whole film. Like, anytime I hear this guy talk, I'm like, bro, shut up, please. Like, and he literally just like comes out of nowhere saying that he has dementia. What the heck is up with this guy?
I thought he was kind of funny, but that's the whole thing. The movie was just kind of it felt like unintentionally funny to me because I
Just like
thought
The
a lot of the
Happening.
acting just like yeah, yeah. I think it was better than that movie, but
Yeah, he goes like full Mark Wahlberg, and but like he feels like he's more self serious than Mark Wahlberg is, and then in The Happening, in my opinion. But like I still could not stand Rufus Sewell in the movie. I could not stand him in the slightest.
Oh
So,
wow.
like, I was morely thinking that if it was like one of the doctors that comes on the beach with these people and actually is kind of like this character, maybe they would have been handled better. But with Rufus Sewell coming into the picture, I'm like, bro, you just literally come out of nowhere saying that you have dementia. What are you, Anthony Hopkins and the father?
I need to see that movie.
Oh, yeah, you still got to see that movie. But no offense to anyone that loves the father, no offense, but I was just making that comparison because both characters are very similar. Like, because Anthony Hopkins' character and the father does have dementia.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
seriously,
The
Rufus,
movie just felt kind of like haphazard for me. I guess old. I don't know. Maybe that's how it's like supposed to be, but
I didn't really get much happening vibes out of it. But like the only thing that would have given me happening vibes, shout out to Jacob Hubbard for giving me this little thing. He was like, so basically when they go into the lab, it was like this big twist. Um, it would have been cool if maybe Shyamalan was like, our last experiment with the plants didn't really work. So basically, that would have created a little Easter egg to the happening, and it's like, oh hey, the twist is it's a spiritual sequel to the happening
yeah.
because you see that they have plants in the lab,
I
and it's
mean,
just like,
he did make like the trilogy out of nowhere with Unbreakable and Split. So
yeah. I know a lot of people like it's a very polarizing movie, to be honest. Old is honestly a really polarizing film from 2021. A lot of people either loved the film or despised it. Like, I'm kind of in the middle on the movie. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch. There are definitely there were definitely times that Shyamalan was definitely showing off with his camera tricks. Like but there were times where I was just like, "Oh, okay, now I can see where this is going." But there were times where it's just like, "Okay, bro, we know that you can direct. Don't just completely show off."
yeah,
But I don't know. I enjoyed Old. I know you did not like it that much, but I personally had fun
yeah.
with the movie
I've only
watching it
seen
in
it
the
once,
theater.
so yeah.
And you're gonna hate me for this even more, but I have the 4K for Old.
I don't. I don't hate you for buying movies.
I know, but like, um, just watch people that hate Old come in here and it's just like, bro, you need to sell Old.
Oh man, I don't know. There's only. I think I've only actually sold 3 movies ever that I've owned in my life. I think for some reason I had the first Twilight movie. I sold that. And then I don't know if some people will not like me for this, but I remember like just really not liking them. I sold both Crank movies because I thought they were kind of unwatchable. I don't know if you've seen those.
I've seen the first Crank, and I actually do like the first Crank, but I'm not gonna blame you for it. I still need to see Crank High Voltage though. I
The
still need to
second
stream it
one
to.
is one of like the worst things I've ever seen. I don't know, or at least worst. One of the worst things I've seen that actually like made it to a theater.
Oh, okay. So not like ones that are just like coming to streaming, like
Yeah,
just like go straight to streaming. Sweet girl.
yeah, or I don't know. My go-to, if you ask me like what I think the worst movie of all time is, just because I can't think of any movie that just makes me like more in pain or angry just that it exists, is probably Home Alone 4. So, but that's not
Are you?
like a theatrical movie even. So that's why I say Crank
Yeah,
is like maybe the worst one that actually made it to theaters. But Home
but
Alone
the
4 infuriates me. Even when I
one
was a
that
little kid and I watched it the first time, I was like, this is wrong. And I'm a
that.
defender of I like Home Alone 3. I think that one's pretty good. But again, that was like a theatrical release at least. But
Thank you,
yeah, everything
thank you.
after that one is terrible.
Did you watch Home Sweet Home Alone?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I at least like had fun with it.
It is
I,
horrible, dude. It is horrible.
well, have you seen Home Alone 4 though?
No, man. Home Sweet Home Alone is so much worse, man.
Have you seen Home Alone 4?
I have, but I'm just saying, Home Sweet Home Alone is so much worse.
Then 4?
Yes.
No, nothing's worse than 4. No, 4 is the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like a home video.
That's almost like saying that Mortal Kombat Annihilation is like a home video movie, which pretty much it is.
Yeah, but nobody. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to make this stream about Home Alone 4, but like, oh, like the kid, like you just want to like strangle him in that movie. He's so annoying. Oh, and the fact that they pretend like it's supposed to be Kevin from the first 2 movies,
Oh
like
my
that's what
god.
makes it even worse. At least the other sequels that don't have Macaulay Culkin don't try to do that. That one, it's like he's supposed to be Kevin, and one of the robbers is supposed to be Marv, and they're like nothing like the characters. And
Yeah,
then no,
Jamie
they
agrees with you.
literally do like iMovie transitions. Like it's I don't know, man. It's absolutely worse than Home Sweet Home Alone in my opinion. But sorry, I have very strong feelings towards that movie. Jamie will tell you, but
Yeah. Yeah. But Home Alone 4.
yeah.
Okay, moving on. She says, I still like The Village, and I know a lot of people don't like that one. I thought it was fine, but I would much rather watch Old over The Village, if I'm being honest. Tyron just subscribed to Eric, so thank you, Tyron, for doing that there, my friend. Hold on. Oh, he says he likes your background. So
Oh, thanks, Tyron. I yeah, spent a lot of money on it. And I know Luke spent a lot of money on his movies too. So
I can't help it, dude.
oh yeah, no, I've got like a collection like that as well. Just I don't know, I haven't really it's pretty disorganized, so I wouldn't want to put it on camera.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But um let's see. Another big surprise for me. I'm gonna get this one out of the way. Spiral. If I mean, let me guess, you have not seen Spiral.
I have not seen
Come
Spiral.
on. Okay, then I'm not gonna spoil the traps, but there was a lot of really good traps in Spiral, even though it kind of caters more back to the first movie, where it's actually more of the detective side of the story. Um, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson play father and son. Even though they're apart for most of the film, they kind of tell the story a little bit of the father and son in flashbacks at times when his father was actually a police chief. Um, no spoilers or anything. I'm not going to say what happens in those flashbacks because I know Eric has not seen it. And the twist at the end was actually very, very like, what? Like it just came out of nowhere. And there were times where Chris Rock was good at times because he was just being normal Chris Rock. But when he became like an angry detective type of guy, which is basically the character that he kind of plays, I'm like, dude, you are overacting, dude. Like he is completely overacting. But obviously, this film was his idea. If you don't know, because he's attached as an executive producer behind Spiral.
Yeah, I'd heard it was like a passion project of his.
I mean, he is a fan of the Saw franchise. If you guys don't know, so a little facts for you. But yeah,
Another
I mean,
fact: I've never actually seen any Saw movie.
the first one really good. Two good. Three good. Four five blah. Six good. Seven blah. Jigsaw good. Spiral good. So
Yeah,
that's that's all you need to know. I don't really need to tell you anything else.
yeah,
But yeah,
maybe,
I didn't.
yeah,
So
maybe
here's
it's
how I kind of liked Spiral when I first watched it. I did review it on my channel. Second watch got a little bit better, and third watch it definitely got better. I gave it a 4 star out of 5. I originally had it at a 3 out of 5. Raised it up a half a star on my second watch, and then third watch I gave it a 4. So it gets better for me on every rewatch because I start to get a little bit more invested with these characters. Minus if you take out Chris Rock's angry detective type of person because he is completely overacting, in my opinion. And this is from the director of the some of the other Saw films, Darren Lynn Bousman, if you guys remember some from like Saw 2, 3. Did he direct 4? Let me take a look. God dang it. Come on. Yes, he did direct 4. So, but yeah, I did like Spiral. Was another one you got up your sleeve for surprises, like good or bad, either way.
Okay, so for surprises, I think. I mean, do you want to? Okay, actually, okay. Before we get to that, I thought Reminiscence and kind of lump like two together, or I don't know. Okay, Reminiscence. I thought was actually kind of good, but I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I liked it on my first watch. I gave it a B in my initial review, a 3.5 out of 5, which is like it's my grading scale. So, I watched it again on HBO Max, and I was like, this does not hold up very well
Oh, I've
on
only
a
seen.
rewatch. It does not hold up at all, and I feel, hold on, I feel kind of guilty saying that because I have the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of a cool futuristic kind of noir movie. Like it felt like a real noir movie, which like we don't get any of those now. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, but and it's from and Lisa Joy. Fun fact for all of you is actually the sister-in-law of Christopher Nolan. If you guys did not know.
Yeah, yeah, and
So,
creator of Westworld with Jonathan Nolan. So
yep.
I thought she did a good job directing it, but I'm excited to see if she does anything else next, like on her own.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I even though I did not hold up on a second watch, I definitely would like to give it another chance because I don't know. Maybe my thoughts will go back up, or they'll just die down even more. But I don't want them to to go down even more. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But another big surprise for me, I'm actually gonna go with Pig with Nicolas Cage. So where basically he's a hunter and basically is trying to go after the people that kidnapped his pig. Now, don't expect your normal revenge flick that if you go into Pig. Do not expect a normal revenge flick because you're not going to get that. It's a little bit something more deeper than what you actually think it is when you look at it. I know you have not seen Pig, but
Oh yeah. I want to. It wasn't
I
really
got
in any theaters for me. But yeah, I might maybe I'll check it out sometime soon.
I actually got the Blu-ray as soon as it came out. My local Walmart actually had the Blu-ray for once. So thank you for my Walmart for actually having a smaller movie in there, please. I'm very happy that they did.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to check that one out.
I gave it a 5 out of 5 on my letterbox, but it's one antsy teensy bitsy issue is that it's a little too short. It's running in at how long is it? It's not showing me on the slipcover. Um 92 minutes. I feel that's a bit
Pretty
too
short.
short for a movie like this. But besides that, I love this movie and maybe I'm gonna I'm gonna come out and say it. This may be Nicolas Cage's best performance ever in a movie like that. I know, hot take, but I loved Pig. I love
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if is that a hot take because I heard a lot of people saying that. So
Not
I could
really.
see that.
Maybe his best performance in years, but like not like of all time. But in my opinion, I think it is his best performance of all time. If I'm going to be honest, what's another one that you really? Let's go a little bit more negative this time.
Okay, negative then. I mean, well, when I was like thinking of bringing up, even though we really liked it, the response to Eternals was pretty negative.
Yes,
So I don't know.
very
Yeah.
very negative.
So yeah, I really
Let's talk
enjoyed the
about this a
movie.
little bit.
Yeah. Um, I saw it twice in theaters. I really enjoyed it both times. But I will say it's at first I almost thought it was like one of my top 10 Marvel movies. It's not quite there anymore, but I still really enjoyed it. And I definitely didn't agree with the people that said it was boring. I was not bored at all.
Neither was I. I mean, I was completely invested watching this film in the theater, and funny enough, there was a lot of people that said like they're more used to the typical Marvel formula that like stuff like Black Widow, Ant-Man and the Wasp, even though, and also Shang-Chi did try to do something different, which we'll also talk about that one in a little bit if you would like to.
Sure, yeah.
Um, Shang-Chi tried to do something different because it is more a martial arts type of movie, and Eternals, they go for something different by having a more female-led superhero, and actually giving the characters a little bit more depth than most Marvel films do.
I mean, I agree with like most of what you said. I don't know though. Hesitant to say they have more depth though than most. I don't know if there was like enough time for them to have each of them to have more depth, but I kind of
And
get
I'm
what you
saying like, I
they
mean
have
like,
more complex they have more complex things to deal with maybe.
yeah, but they all have tragic backstories, like as we learn.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean and just like the final kind of conflict the way I don't know if we want to get into spoilers here, but
Let's not get too deep into
yeah.
spoilers.
Okay. But like to me what it really reminded me of, and this might be why I liked it a lot and some people didn't, but it really felt to me like Marvel kind of taking inspiration from like Zack Snyder's DC movies. Like it felt more like his movies than it did like Marvel movies.
And Chloe
Except
Zhao even came out and stated that she actually was inspired from Man of Steel.
yeah, yeah, especially with Icarus being like clearly. As soon as I saw the trailers, you could just see the way like the lasers coming out of his eyes. It looked like the exact same kind of way it was with like Henry Cavill and stuff. So I thought
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Just it really like that was the first Marvel movie that really felt like just tonally and stylistically different. Like except for like yeah, it still had the MCU type humor, but other than that, like so and that's I will say that's maybe one of my issues with it if anything. Like I don't know if it fully works to go for that Zack Snyder kind of vibe if you don't fully go for it and you're still mixing it with all this MCU humor, but that being said, I did find most of the humor pretty funny. So
well, especially for my guy Camille Nanjiani as Kingo, he was freaking hilarious.
yeah. Yeah, and his valet guy.
Yeah, I loved Camille Nanjiani as Kingo. Sprite was also really good in the movie too. I did like Sprite.
She was probably my least favorite. I mean, but I feel like she was designed to be your least favorite, so I don't know. Well, because she's just like kind of a moody teenager, even though she's not really. She's just kind of stuck in that body. So
she
it's
just
almost
like she just makes herself appear in that body.
yeah. I mean, no, but doesn't she like without going into spoilers? Can't she like not really? She can't like really grow up though, right? Like physically.
I thought all the Eternals can't really grow up.
Well, yeah, they're all stuck in. I mean, like the age that they're made in,
Yeah,
and she was made as a kid for some reason. Which I'll
that I
admit, that's
thought was
another
weird.
like kind of plot hole almost. Like I don't know why the Celestials would like make her as a kid to just like it's like they just wanted to like make awkward situations arise. That's what I mean with Eternals. Like I get with some people's issues, but I still ultimately thought it was like a thought provoking, entertaining comic book movie. So I definitely didn't think it was the worst MCU movie ever. Like Rotten Tomatoes has it
Yeah,
as the
don't even get me
worst
started.
ever. Yeah.
That's like saying that's like other people saying like the Incredible Hulk is the worst MCU film, which I think it is far from being the worst,
Yeah,
in
I
my
mean
opinion.
yeah, I definitely wouldn't have it as the worst either. I mean, and for me, Eternals is my favorite Phase 4 movie so far. Favorite one of this year.
Mine too, actually, believe it or not. It's Shang-Chi's right behind it, and then of course Black Widow.
Yeah, so for me, I mean, I don't know if we want to get into those ones yet, but the other two just I don't know, neither of them really blew me away much. I think every Marvel movie's pretty good. I don't think there's like a outright bad Marvel Studios movie in my opinion, but I will say the other two probably are like on the lower end of my ranking. And I know for Shang-Chi that's a pretty hot take, but I've seen it twice, and it just both times, I don't know, it didn't do that much for me.
That's totally fine, man. I mean, all art is subjective, like we all say. But yeah, I mean, oh, Jamie says, yes, I said the same for both Eternals and Shang-Chi. It felt very different than the usual Marvel movies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. She said she enjoyed Eternals, and based on those after credit scenes, not spoiling, I'm looking forward to what comes next.
Yes, all I will say is, I know this is like a ridiculous hot take that doesn't even make sense, but Dane was my favorite character.
Yeah.
That's probably partly just because I'm a Game of Thrones fan.
and totally, man, that's totally cool. I mean,
And there's just so many like hilarious moments if you're like a Game of Thrones fan that are like, I think must have been intentional. Some of them, like moments with Kit Harington's character and stuff. I don't want to like get into the spoilers, but like, yeah, I
yeah,
don't. You agree or?
I totally agree. I totally agree. But let's see. Um, one that I thought was actually like there were two movies that well actually first let's get into one that I think that was surprising in a bad way.
Okay,
I'm actually gonna go with Tom and Jerry.
I have not seen it.
It is terrible. I mean, I thought this was gonna be the worst film of 2021, but then I saw films like Bliss, Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin, Home Sweet Home Alone, Music, and He's All That, and they were consistently worse than Tom and Jerry. Now, I never watched a single trailer from the movie, but with a director like Tim Story involved, he made both the Fantastic Four films from the 2000s and I think it was both ride along movies, which I don't mind the ride along films. Like Ice Cube and Kevin Hart have good chemistry in my opinion, but here's the problem: when you have Tom and Jerry um, in a movie, make them the main focus and not just have like Chloe Grace Moretz or Michael Pena or Ken Jeong be the main focus. Like you really have to focus on the two characters that your movie is basing these characters off from the popular Hanna Barbera cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's sort of like a tendency with like a lot of movies is to, well, sometimes for budgetary reasons, they'll. I mean, even though people like the Sonic movie, right? A lot of people wanted it to be more focused on the actual kind of game world, but instead it's just focused on a lot of human characters and everything, just because that's what they have the budget for.
And I didn't mind the human characters at all. I mean, like the human characters were not boring this time around in Sonic the Hedgehog. They were like absolutely boring. Like they were at least like funny. Like James Marsden, I thought was actually really good in the movie. I think this is one of his career best performances. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys,
Sonic?
I'm not even joking. I think it might be one of his career best.
I don't know about that. What do you think? I don't know. I mean, I don't think I could agree, but he's not terrible in it.
Dude, dude? That's like saying what's am I thinking of? There's one other film that I would think of like that's like saying the new Straw Dogs is like his best performance, which it is one of his best, but not like his career best in my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I mean, I'm trying to
Or
think.
wait. Actually, better example. That's like saying Hop is his best performance, which is far from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
I'm
movie
trying
was
to think, I
garbage.
guess, of what my favorite James Martin. I mean, I don't know if this is like a lame pick, but I mean, I thought he was solid as Cyclops in the original X-Men movies.
Yeah, I thought it was actually really good.
Like, I think the whole cast in the original trilogy is pretty solid. Um,
Yeah. Oh,
I actually like, yeah,
Jamie. Yeah, there was a Tom and Jerry movie, and it was terrible. So don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your life.
yeah. I could
Um,
see that being a pretty easy one to just miss if you're not paying attention to like every single movie that comes out. I could see why a lot of people would not even notice it came out.
yeah, and she also asked, "Did anyone see the Clifford movie?" I haven't, and I probably never will. I actually did not mind Clifford, if I'm being honest. I did not mind it at all. Like, it's just fun. Like, I knew what I was. I mean, I thought the film was going to be absolute garbage. Like, really, they're making a Clifford movie, and from the guy that made the Road Ship. Come on, this is gonna suck. And the teaser was atrocious, to say the least. I hated the teaser to this movie, but I watched the film. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get through this all by myself. I watched it, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, you definitely did surprise me. That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I know one of my other YouTube buddies, Dan from the Upside Dan. I don't know if you've seen his channel, but yeah, he liked it too. I mean, he had fun with it. He didn't think it was great, but he thought it was just kind of a fun movie.
Yeah, it was just fun. I mean, just harmless fun, you know.
Yes, I wouldn't be against seeing it. Sometimes there's the odd time I'm a sucker for like a really cute movie, so maybe.
I mean, the dog was cute though, but even though they could have handled his little CGI a little bit better,
I
I
heard
will say
actually,
that.
or yeah, my friend that saw it said that the CGI was worse when he was a puppy. I don't know if you found that or not, but he said it was better when he was big. Actually,
Yeah, the CGI actually looked better when he was the big red dog as the title ensues. But yeah, I did not mind Clifford. I gave it a 3 out of 5 on my letterbox. So yeah, I did not mind it.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be against seeing it.
Um, Jamie says also that she loved James Marsden in X-Men. I did too, man.
Yeah, I
I did.
mean, like I keep saying this to like a lot of my like other like kind of YouTube friends, but I don't know, especially with like all this multiverse stuff happening now, I'd love to see like most of that old X-Men cast back, even if it's just like one movie, even just a couple scenes or something, like actually interact with the MCU. Because I don't know if they can bring back all these Spider-Man actors, I don't see why they can't do that with X-Men and stuff too now.
Yeah,
So
I really don't see the problem.
yeah, I know, but I think from what I'm hearing, like they are gonna bring in some, but yeah, I don't know. I think just like that entire original trilogy cast like deserves to come back. Like I'd rather see most of them back rather than any of the newer cast outside of maybe like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. Those two are great, but the rest of the newer cast, I'm like pretty meh on. I like the old cast better.
Yeah, I definitely don't blame you for that one. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't blame you. Let's see. I feel like I'm gonna go into another negative surprise, even though I think
Oh, am I the only one? Did we lose Luke? Am I live? Hi everybody.
it literally happens all the time.
Okay, I was like, I was like, oh shit. Okay, I've seen this happen to other people in live streams. It hasn't happened to me where I'm like the only one on the screen. So I'm just like,
Yeah, it happens all the time because I always use my phone to do this stuff. So,
oh yeah, no worries.
but yeah, another negative one. Even though I knew I was gonna not like this film, but I wasn't expecting it to get like 1 star out of 5 on my letterbox, and that is actually Camila Cabello's Cinderella. If
I
I'm
haven't.
being honest. The only thing saving it from a half star was Camila Cabello's efforts and actually trying. So I gave her props for that one, and plus this was her first shot at actually becoming an actor. So I gave her a pass for that one. If I'm
I
being
mean,
honest.
I like musicals, but I don't know. I do kind of hate when they take like kind of modern day like pop music and just put it in, and that's kind of like what they did with that movie, right?
Yeah, and even like make like a pop version of Seven Nation Army from the White Stripes. Get
Yeah,
me
no,
out of here now.
I don't know. I like musicals when they're like original music, like made for the movie and stuff. But when they start like putting in like when they start doing musical numbers of like all these pop songs, I'm like, I hate this. So
Yeah,
that's
like if you get like good musicals like In the Heights or Tick Tick Boom, and you have good musical sequences that are not like modernized, then you know you did yourself a good job. You know you did a good job with the film.
yeah, yeah, Tick Tick Boom definitely. And I still need to see In the Heights.
Zach is gonna be so mad at you, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, I know. There's a couple people I know like have that as like one of their favorites of the year.
I think that's Zach's favorite movie of the year besides Dune.
Oh wow.
he gave both of those as a perfect grade, and I was like, I don't think anything's going to be in the heights for him. I don't see it.
Oh man, I
But
need to get caught up on some of his reviews, but yeah.
yeah, let's see. He's still got the House of Gucci and Welcome to Raccoon City reviews still coming up. Even like after he reviewed Encanto, which I'm still gonna see though. I'm still gonna see it. Just
Oh yeah,
everybody.
no, I'm definitely gonna see Encanto. I love Disney movies, so
Yeah, for sure. Um, okay, now let's get back to the good surprises. Let's stop talking about the crap fest for a little while,
okay,
and let's go to to a good surprise, which is one that we touched on a little bit earlier, Cruella.
okay, yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that one. So, Eric, tell us a little bit of some of your thoughts about Cruella. Like, what did you think about it? Like when you first saw
Well, I mean, for one thing, it was just better than I thought it would be,
it?
and I guess I liked like how just bold the direction was. Like like the whole look of the film just it felt a lot more kind of unique and different than a lot of the other Disney kind of live action remakes have been. And I mean, I like just the soundtrack and everything. I know some people thought there was too many songs, but for the most part, I kind of dug it, and I liked how they were kind of going for like it really was like a Disney version of Joker. That's
Yes.
but I wish they like pushed it even just a bit further in that direction and had her just be a bit more of like a straight up villain by the end. But maybe that'll happen in the sequel. But that's the thing. I am skeptical. I know they're saying like, oh, there's gonna be a sequel, but I still think she's not gonna be much more of a villain by the end of that movie. Because I don't know, we've seen Maleficent. Like this was a better movie than that, but there was a sequel to that, and it's just a retcon where oh, she's just really not a villain at all.
Let's not do that with Cruella, please. Don't do
Yeah,
that to
I
us.
hope not.
Come on, Craig Gillespie. Don't do this to us.
From what I'm hearing for part two, actually weirdly for part two of that and part two of The Lion King, both of them said they're being like inspired by The Godfather 2. Like they're half prequel, half sequel.
Oh
Which
God.
that's kind of hilarious. But yeah, I think they're both doing the half prequel, half sequel approach. Or at least I know The Lion King is.
We'll have to see how the sequel for Cruella turns out because I walked into this film excited, but not like super duper excited. After hearing like all the buzz and everything like that, man, did I walk out really surprised. Like Emma Stone gives honestly one of her career best performances in my opinion.
Oh, I
Like,
say it's her best that I can think of.
wow.
I mean,
Okay.
well, I mean, I can't think of anything else. I mean,
Yeah.
what would be another one like La La Land or
La La Land, Easy A would be another one.
actually haven't seen Easy A, but
I would
um,
recommend checking it out, but honestly, I think
I
Cruella
mean,
might be her top three best performances.
I mean, comparing to La La Land, I don't know, Cruella definitely stuck with me more. I'll say that.
But there are going to be people that think that her accent is a bit distracting at times. But you know what? She did what she could.
I mean, but that's part of playing. She's literally playing a live action cartoon. That's kind of what they're going for, but they still like made it kind of gritty and real enough, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean,
So
a lot of people say that also Emma Thompson is the one that really steals the film.
I
I
thought they
kind
both did. I don't know. I thought they were both like about equally great.
I'm morally leaning on the side of Emma Stone. I know my buddy Daniel, aka Cinema Master 97, is going to be proud of me for that because he's a huge Emma Stone lover. So,
Yeah, for me, I mean, I could understand either perspective. I thought they were both really awesome. I probably would give the edge to Emma Stone as well, but I mean, I could understand either opinion on that because I thought they're. I think both of them, probably neither of them will, but I could. I think both of them would be deserving of like an Oscar nomination for like actress and supporting actress.
yeah, I could definitely see that, but I would more like to see Emma Stone get another one for sure. I
Yeah,
would definitely like to see Emma Stone get another one,
maybe she could.
but hopefully that no one really can like maybe she's kind of like a sneak in. I guess you could say she's kind of like more of like a sneak in,
Yeah, she won't win. Like, yeah,
but maybe she could like sneak in and be like Okay, yeah, she got another Oscar. This is like what is this like her fourth Oscar? She actually got one because she got nominated for Birdman, which I know she did not win, but she won for La La Land,
Oh yeah, okay.
and then
I don't know.
she was also nominated
Yeah,
for The Favorite, the Yorgos Lanthimos film, The Favorite, with Olivia Colman.
yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess the thing with La La Land, maybe they kind of give them like extra credit if they're like literally. Was she like? Are they like singing on camera ever in that, or is it like all
I think
ADR?
it is actually them singing, if I'm being honest. Like,
I think I might have heard that about La La Land. I don't know if all musicals are like that, but I think they were actually like recording them singing right there.
yeah, I can see that, but yeah, this is honestly one of Emma Stone's career best performances, like bar none. Like, also we got to talk a little bit about Joel Fry and Paul Walter Hauser as Horace and Jasper.
Yeah, they were pretty hilarious, I thought.
I
Almost.
think Horace, like, there was that scene like where the puppy that belongs with them, obviously not the one that the young Estella had as a kid. Um, I think it was the one that Horace and Jasper took, like, like, of course, back in their younger days. Um, yeah, basically they find like the puppy finds them in the prison cell, and he's like, "You're getting kissed right on the mouth." I was like,
Yeah. I know some people find that guy annoying, but I think he's pretty hilarious. I think he's probably the funniest for me in I, Tonya. Like in that movie, he was just I don't know. I know it was the same director, right? So
yeah, Craig Gillespie also directed I, Tonya.
yeah, and I'd say I love Corella. I still probably like I, Tonya even more. So that's
I will agree with you there. I think I, Tonya is slightly better than Cruella, but I need to watch Cruella again. I've seen it once in theaters, watched it again on Disney Plus. I would like to watch it again.
I've seen it. I think I just saw it 3 times, all on Disney Plus because theaters weren't open for me when it came out.
I feel bad for you, bro. Like if you were able to see that in theaters, bro, you would have had a great experience. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just thankful that they were open in time for No Time to Die because that would have broken me. But
I was honestly kind of thankful that they were open by the time that Mortal Kombat came out because I really wanted to go check it out. And again, that was the film that got me back into going to the movie theater, so it holds a little place in my heart.
yeah, I mean, I wish I could have seen that in theaters too, but that's probably like just one of my favorite, more kind of, I don't know if you want to kill it like a guilty pleasure movie. That's probably like my number one of the year.
I don't know if I would really call it a guilty pleasure. I just call it a good time.
Yeah, and I really like I liked a lot of the newer games, so I thought it was a step in the right direction for video game movies.
Yeah, I mean
Still, it's
that
sad that the rest of the movie couldn't have been as good as the opening scene. I remember when the opening scene happened, I was like, "Oh wait, is this going to be like a good movie?" And
I
then
know people were
the rest
definitely
happened.
let down by this one, but wait, but we cannot you really cannot say that that final battle between Scorpion and Sub Zero wasn't badass because it was badass.
Oh yeah, no, no, there was like a ton of cool stuff. I just felt like, if anything, I felt like it kind of like, I don't know. Can we say Mortal Kombat spoilers or no?
I don't know. There's not really much like, you know what? I don't care. Let's just go into spoilers. I watched this one the other day, so why not?
Okay, Mortal Kombat spoilers, everyone, watch out.
Okay, so little drill really quick. If you guys have not seen Mortal Kombat, please leave the stream. Just watch it on HBO Max or anything like that, and then check out the replay talking about our spoilers of Mortal Kombat.
So yeah, I think they like wasted too many of the characters too early on, especially if they want this to be a franchise. That's how I felt. That was my biggest issue with it, I think.
My biggest issue was the way the film tells the story. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm not honestly not a fan of the way they tell the story of this film, but I still did like the characters for sure. I mean, Kano stole the movie. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's everybody's favorite character of the movie was Kano.
I don't
Like,
know. I'm biased, but my favorite character. It's the only Mortal Kombat Funko Pop I have is Melina.
Melina, let's go.
I think she's just so awesome and terrifying.
Jax is also one of my favorite characters of the movie. Dude, his hands when he basically smashed that guy's head into bits, I was like, dude, you like those robot arms are worth an upgrade.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, and I was actually a bit nervous for, I think, that guy who was playing Jax, just because, again, I'm always nervous when like a CW actor shows up. Like he's from Supergirl, but I thought he was pretty good in this movie.
Yeah, for sure. But again, like the way that Scorpion shoots his harpoon through a Sub-Zero's shoulder was very unexpected for a lot of people. A lot of people were not expecting him to come out just like that.
Yeah, no, like I thought they did a good job of like it did feel like the modern kind of video games brought to life. So I think it was good in that regard.
Yeah, and let's not forget that awesome saying when he says to Sub-Zero, "Get over here."
Yeah, it sounded probably better than this one than it did in the old movies. So
It sounded better than the trailer did, if I'm being honest. It sounded better than the trailer.
oh man, see, I don't remember trailers this vividly, but I
But
wish I did.
the trailer was actually really good for Mortal Kombat. A lot of people were hyping this movie up by the trailers.
Yeah, and then I know so a lot of people were let down then because they thought the trailers were better than the movie. I remember.
I can agree with that, but that's kind of like saying that the trailer for like the final trailer for Halloween Kills was better than the movie when they literally gave away the movie.
Yeah, I mean that's never
The
good.
first the official trailer that came out the day before Fast 9 came out was actually better because it didn't like give away way too much. Like it only gave away like some kills. Which I'm not going to spoil because for any of you that don't know, Eric has not seen Halloween Kills.
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen. Well, like, let me see what horror movies I actually have seen. Does A Quiet Place 2 count?
Yeah, I'm gonna count it. I mean, it's it scares me. So you know what? I'm gonna count it.
Um, yeah, I don't know if that would be. I don't know if I'd call that one like a surprise. I thought it would be good, and it was good. So,
Yep.
but yeah, that and Fear Street Part 1, and basically I didn't watch Part 2 or 3, so that'll tell you what I thought of it.
You didn't like the first Fear Street?
Not really.
If
I don't
people
know.
really want a hot take, like to type in the chat, just be like, "What?" I actually like the Forever Purge more than Fear Street Part 1. If you guys really want the hot take, if I'm being honest, because let's be real, the Forever Purge actually tries to go for something different by extending the purge and not just going for the typical like all crime including murder is legal for one night. Like they actually try to extend it, and it's not just the government, it's actually people in Texas that are actually wanting to extend the purge. So I got to give him credit where it's due for that. I got to give him credit.
Yeah, with the Purge, like from like I said, I think I've only seen the first two. I think it's like a cool concept, but I just don't think they're particularly well made movies for the most part.
And I can get that, but
The execution's just not really there for me.
yeah,
I feel like they
another
could be more than they are. I guess that's what I think.
yeah, another big surprise for me that I thought was going to be horrible because of the way they reversed the concept. Don't Breathe 2. I actually did enjoy Don't Breathe 2. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were not big fans of it, but
Because they did a little reverse psychology with Stephen Lang's character where he was the antagonist of the first movie, making him the good guy in this one. And it's just like, this guy has done unspeakable things to women.
yeah, basically I remember you're gonna hate me. I think I've seen like the ending of the first movie only.
And I don't blame you, man, but I really do want you to watch the rest of the first Don't Breathe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, so I think I know though kind of the horrible things he did, and I can see why people might not be keen on him being a hero.
Like he even like spoilers. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Towards the end of the film, he even admits that he's a monster because of what he did. He literally admits to his to the girl that he was taking care of in this movie. He literally admits it, and I'm like, where was that the whole time? You couldn't admit it the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess yeah. So on like the surface, I can see why that would rub some people the wrong way, but then again, I don't know. I mean, if you do it right, there probably is a way to do it, but I don't know,
Yeah,
because obviously, just comparing to like Game of Thrones, one of the best characters ever in anything, I think, is Jamie Lannister. And without going into spoilers for if anybody hasn't seen Game of Thrones, but like that's a crazy character arc, like from kind of villain to maybe not quite hero, but pretty likable character.
oh yes, for sure, absolutely. Um, another one. You got another one for you, like on like the positive side?
On the positive side, I think I'm gonna go with The Protege. I thought that was a pretty cool movie. Have you seen that one?
Um, let me see. Have I seen this one? Let me take a look here. Do I need to say less?
Oh, okay, you got it. Oh man, is that a steelbook?
No, it's just the
Oh,
4K slip.
okay. I think the slip because it's all shiny. It looks like a steelbook to me for a sec, but
Yeah,
oh man,
I wish it had a steelbook though, because I think it actually would look actually really good. Because Lionsgate has been killing it with their steelbooks lately.
yeah. So this movie, it's not like an amazing movie, but I did think like actually there were things about it like it surprised me just like actually how good some of the chemistry was between like Maggie Q and Michael Keaton, especially.
Maggie Q was badass, dude. I loved Maggie Q in this one.
Yeah, no, I thought it was just a really like kind of good, straight up kind of revenge flick, and it was pretty brutal and yeah, I
Yeah,
dug it. So I mean, it's nothing mind blowing, but I thought it was like a good time at the movies.
there are definitely times where it feels like a typical spy thriller when you really think about it, like or just a typical revenge flick. But
Yeah,
when you have Martin Campbell behind the camera, there's really nothing that could really go wrong, well, unless you're talking about Green Lantern. But
I don't hate Green Lantern, but
I don't either. But I was just making a little joke for other people
oh
that
yeah,
hate Green Lantern.
no, I know, yeah, yeah, Martin Campbell might be just because I mean, mainly not surprisingly because I'm a James Bond fan. Just like the two Bond movies alone that he did might make him like one of my favorite directors. So
Yeah,
that's sort of what made me interested in seeing The Protege to begin with. And then I thought it was a solid movie. I don't think he's ever going to make, I'm waiting for him to make one movie that's not a James Bond movie that's anywhere near as good as his two James Bond movies because I think those are like his best movies, hands down.
for sure. I agree.
Like,
Um,
but I mean, this was kind of him like taking this, going back to the spy genre again, which really seems to be his wheelhouse. and
yeah,
and giving it like that R-rated kind of flair, which I think a couple of his movies outside of Bond and Green Lantern and stuff have been pretty R-rated. So
yeah, for sure. And you also want to talk a little bit about Free Guy?
okay, you might not love. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't love it. So
As long as you liked it, that's all. That's all I care, man. That's all I care.
yeah, I liked it enough, but I haven't like I saw it in theaters and I just like haven't really had a desire to rewatch it. That's what I'll say.
I think I might rewatch it in a little while because I also have the 4K for this one as well. I saw this in theaters with one of my best friends from high school, or I became friends with him in middle school, but also I'm good friends with him in was good friends with him in high school. I mean, I still am, but I went and saw this in theaters with him. It was gut busting, in my opinion. Like nobody else really around us in the theater were laughing that much, like at Ryan Reynolds' humor.
I think my experience was like the opposite, where I was like not laughing that much, but everyone around me was.
Wow, are you just not like a sucker for Ryan Reynolds' humor?
I really like Deadpool, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not like necessarily. I think it's fine. I guess. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I mean, I thought it was like a likable enough movie, but it didn't like blow me away like a lot of people.
yeah, but definitely, I know people would say that Ryan Reynolds was the best part of the movie. Of course, I mean, when is he not? But I also really got to commend Jodie Comer for this one as well as Millie.
Yeah, no, she's been. I actually like. I thought she was really good in the last duel as well.
I still have not seen The Last Duel. You're gonna hate me for that. I still did not see it.
I mean, you're not gonna offend me with anything more than No Time to Die. So at this point, it's okay.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm just bugging you. It's okay.
I know, but but still, man, I really wanted to see No Time to Die. I did see, yeah, but I didn't see The Last Duel either. But I am gonna buy The Last Duel when it comes out, so I will be watching that for sure. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I will be watching that next month.
Yeah, so I really like that one. It's probably like close to my top 10, maybe not quite, but I thought it was like a really solid drama, and yeah, obviously I won't go into spoilers because you haven't seen it, but yeah.
But yeah, Jodie Comer was great in Free Guy. Like, not only is there like one Jodie Comer, there's two. There's two of them. There's one in the video game, which is
Oh yeah, okay,
and there's one in real life that basically is dating Joe Keery's
yeah,
character.
okay, I remember now.
I
You probably need to rewatch.
was like, I thought for a second, is that really Jodie Comer in real life? And I'm like, oh, yep, yep, that makes more sense. But and also Lowrell Howery as a buddy, Guy's best friend. I thought he was good in the movie too, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It was a charming movie. Like,
And a lot of people are kind of also a little bit complaining about a little bit of Taika Waititi's character of the as the evil video game developer. Like
yeah,
where he came like a live action cartoon type of character at times.
yeah. I think it fit the movie. So
And plus, it's Taika Waititi. What else can you expect from this guy?
yeah,
Like,
I guess everyone wants like another Hitler performance from Jojo Rabbit, but not everything.
I love Jojo Rabbit, dude.
Yeah, no, that was definitely in my top 10 from last year or 2 years ago.
If you say last year, like I'm not gonna blame you for that because
2020 was a write off.
oh, Eric, you're killing me, dude.
It was so bad they had to give Nomadland Best Picture.
When they really could have just gave it to Minari or Judas and the Black Messiah.
I haven't seen those two, but
Or
definitely,
or I'm
I
trying to
think
think of one they could have given it to.
even though
Sound of Metal.
I need
Sound of Metal.
to, I guess there are quite a few I need to see, but
But
my favorite last year, but I feel like it was my favorite by default, was Tenet probably.
mine was actually Promising Young Woman, which is also another Best Picture contender.
That was probably my favorite of the Best Picture nominees that I saw.
That one probably could have actually taken the cake.
Yeah, to me, like I like. It's weird. I'm defending like the one Chloe Zhao movie people don't like, but then the other movies that people like so much, I kind of didn't like at all.
I
So
love Nomadland on my first watch, but upon thinking about it, I liked it less and find it overrated.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm just like too dumb for it or like I watched it and I just got like nothing out of it. So
It's nothing mind blowing, if I'm being honest. At first, I thought it was, but it really is not. If I'm being honest, when you think of something like Promising Young Woman, like that whole climax was like, like what? What the what? Like
yeah,
it just messes with your mind, and you're just like, what's going on here?
yeah, no, I agree. That was definitely kind of a disturbing but really like fascinating kind of almost. She was almost like a vigilante, but like in a really twisted kind of way. So
She kind of reminded me a little bit of Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. Just a little bit, like in
yeah,
regards to she kind of feels like a sociopath.
yeah. Like I guess yeah, the difference is she like had like a clear like motivation.
To where Patrick Bateman is just like
He's
he
just a
just
he's just a madman. And
He's just a
I
mad
really, I really
businessman
like that
that
movie
works at
though.
Harvard.
Yeah, I really like that movie though. Christian Bale. Christian Bale's like one of those actors that just he's always good. It doesn't matter what the movie is.
Yes, absolutely.
Like I just watched actually just I don't know this is a bit off topic, but I just literally watched it like an hour or two before the stream. I watched this movie Rain of Fire. Have you seen that?
Actually, I have. I have seen
Yeah.
Ring of Fire.
So I watched that for the first time. That's like it's like such a ridiculous movie, but it's also kind of good because it's got Christian Bale and you can actually kind of take it seriously, even though it's so dumb. I could actually kind of take the movie seriously because it's Christian Bale and Kanye and stuff, and I'm like, so I enjoyed it. Not a very good movie, but I'd watch it again.
I would too, man. I mean, I haven't watched it since like last year, I think, but I would definitely like to go back and rewatch Rain of Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
Christian Bale was also really good in the film as well. Um, let's talk about a few more films, and then we'll call it for tonight. Um,
I
this
know
one is just
one.
a, oh,
Sorry, yeah.
yeah. You can go first.
Okay, well, one just because I remember you even had it in the thumbnail, like front center. What about the Green Knight?
Oh yeah, that was the one I was going to touch on like before I kind of interrupted you for a second.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys saw my initial review for the Green Knight, I gave it my highest grade of an A+. I thought about it over time. It went down 1 star, to like from 5 to 4. I watched it again in 4K, which I actually did buy this on 4K. I bought the Green Knight in 4K, which has a really nice slipcover, nice and glossy. Um,
Yeah, all the slip covers when you put them up, I'm like, oh, is that a steel book? They all look like that right
that's
away.
just the Lionsgate tries to trick you sometimes, man. Lionsgate will trick you.
They cover up the blue part.
Yeah, exactly. Or the black part, if you can call it that.
Oh yeah, for 4K.
Yeah, a great looking 4K. I wish I really liked the film more than I did. Honestly, I dropped it down a half a star on my last watch. So from
Yeah,
a four to a 3.5.
yeah, I like the movie, but it definitely I don't know. It was a movie that like left you like thinking about it, and I think my friends I saw with my friend Jamie in the chat was actually one of the ones I saw with. Okay, sorry, you were frozen for a sec, but
Oh,
I think she and my other friend we went with. I think they probably understood it more than me as we were watching it, and then it like kind of like I understood it more at the end as I like understood the context more. So I'd like to like watch it again. I haven't got around to watching it again yet, but I definitely like I'll say it was one of the few A24 movies I've actually enjoyed. I'm not big on their movies. Sorry, you're gonna you're gonna
I
just
know people are probably gonna hate you
by
for
the
that,
end of the
but
stream.
hey, it's a hot take zone right here, so I don't blame you.
But to be fair, like a lot of their movies are like horror movies, and horror is just not really my thing. So
And that's totally fine. But the Green Knight definitely has some really excellent performances, mostly from Dev Patel, who may have given his best performance maybe since Slumdog Millionaire. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I mean I love Slumdog Millionaire. I like this movie, but it's not gonna hold a candle to Slumdog Millionaire, in my opinion, personally.
like his performance or the movie overall.
The movie
Or-
overall, if I'm being
Okay.
honest, it's not gonna hold a candle to Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, there's such like different kinds of movies, but yeah, I think I'd agree with you. Slumdog's a better movie.
And plus, it actually won Best Picture, so there you go.
Yeah, yeah, that was actually like one of the first. I think that was like the first year I was actually kind of watching the movies leading up to Best Picture when that one won.
And I'm glad that one won for Best Picture. I'm actually glad that did.
I mean, I would be, except it came out like the same year as my favorite movie of all time, which wasn't even nominated. So, you know,
Oh, wait, hold
sorry.
on. Oh yeah, that's right. Heath Ledger won for Best Supporting Actor, so at least it got something.
Yeah, but not even nominated for Best Picture. That's crazy.
I know, but the Academy doesn't really do big blockbuster movies as their Best Picture stuff. Black
They do
Panther.
now. They do kind of now, I think.
They did that with Black Panther for Best Picture, and I was like, really? No.
I mean, it probably would have been in my top 10 of the year, but the fact that there were definitely better comic book movies that haven't been nominated.
Infinity War was better than Black Panther, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, no, Infinity War I think's the best MCU movie, in my opinion.
Ragnarok is actually my favorite MCU, if I'm going to be completely honest.
I mean, I love Ragnarok. It probably wouldn't quite even be in my top 10, but it's not that I don't love it. There's just I love a lot of the Marvel movies, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's also people like saying that Eternals isn't quite in the top 5, where it actually cracked my top 3. If I'm gonna tell you.
Honestly, like I kind of get it in a way. There's like I first saw it, I thought it was like up there for me. Now it's like moved down a bit, but I really liked it, and I think it was the only Phase 4 movie so far that I haven't found kind of bland.
And that's totally cool. I mean, Shang Chi. I love Shang Chi in the theater, but if I'm gonna be honest, I have not had the desire to go back and watch it. I will buy it when it comes out for sure because I do want my parents to check it out because they obviously did not see it in the theater with me. I saw it in theaters with my best friend and I loved it. I did stay for the post credit scene this time around where I didn't for Black Widow because Black Widow was on Disney Plus and all that pizzazz. But I stayed for both post credit scenes for Eternals and Shang Chi. I was actually like my mind was blown for the one for Eternals, but some I was not really surprised with Shang Chi.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really like the first after credit scene of Eternals, the one with Kit Harington, without getting any further into it.
Yeah.
Second one, I was like, okay, I don't know where this is going. But or no, wait, no, am I wrong? I think maybe I'm talking about the second one's the one with Kit Harington. I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, I like the Kit Harington one. I didn't really like the other one.
Yeah. I can definitely
And the Shang-Chi ones, I don't know. I didn't really have any strong opinions on. I didn't really dislike them or like them that much. I was just like, okay, I'm curious where this is going. I'll see how it pays off.
yeah, I can definitely see where that could end up. But um two more surprises that I could really think of for me. Nobody and Luca.
I've seen both of those.
Nobody. I did not think that Bob Odenkirk really could have been an action star. I didn't really know who the guy was because I never really watched Better Call Saul. I started the first season a couple months ago. Um, I was trying to like go through like a whole binge of Better Call Saul, but I stopped after the first episode of the second season because I had more movies I wanted to catch up on first before I continued my binge. But maybe when it gets close to the end of the year, I'll continue my binge.
Yeah, I actually just recently finished season 2. So I've been slowly making my way through that for a while as well.
Yeah, and Bob Odenkirk really surprised me as an action star. I thought he was absolute badass in Nobody, especially the whole bus scene where he basically messes those guys up, like he says in the trailer. He's like, "I'm gonna you up."
Yeah, see, I almost wish the bus scene in Shang-Chi was more like the bus scene in Nobody.
I agree, man. I actually will agree with you there on that one.
Because like I felt like, yeah, that one I don't okay, so weirdly, I think I'd like Shang-Chi as a movie overall a bit more, but like the action in Nobody was just like it wasn't overshadowed by any like CGI or anything, whereas Shang-Chi, I know there's all this amazing action in there, but it's still like I don't know, it all like under all that the kind of generic kind of CGI stuff happening, like even with the bus when there doesn't even need to be CGI really happening. It just like
Yeah,
it kind of makes the whole movie just feel more, I don't know, vanilla, I
yeah.
guess.
I can see where you're coming from. Actually, I can see that. But yeah, Nobody really surprised me. I gave it a 4 out of 5 of my first watch. Upon rewatch, I liked it more. So,
I
and
need
also
to
let's talk a
rewatch
little bit
it.
about yeah, you definitely should rewatch Nobody. Let's talk a little bit about Luca for a little bit.
Yeah, Luca, I thought was just a really, really charming, like kind of story about friendship, and just it's just so like vibrant to look at. Even like It's a shame
Yeah,
it wasn't really was it? It didn't really play in theaters even, right? Like anywhere. It was just made a Disney Plus exclusive.
kind of like what they did with Soul. Like they had it as a Disney
Yeah,
Plus
yeah. The last
exclusive.
two Pixar movies, just
Yeah,
crazy.
Pixar's just been getting bent over by Disney and just basically give them like a paddle spanking or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's a shame. But I definitely really enjoyed Luca, and I just thought it was just like so simple, and even like the art style was a little more just like simple and cartoony than a lot of other Disney kind of Pixar movies have been for a while. And not that I don't, I love like don't get me wrong, I love the look of like Raya and the Last Dragon and all that. That's like just as or maybe even more stunning like visually, but I liked how Luca was just like a nice change of pace, and I thought all the characters were just like super likable and everything. And I don't know, I'm
Not
half.
the villain. Not the villain.
Well, yeah,
The villain was horrible, dude. I did not like the villain at all in Luca. I did
yeah,
not like the
okay,
villain.
but well, yeah, okay. I mean, the characters you're supposed to like were likable.
Yeah, like Julia, Luca, Alberto, Julia's dad.
The cat, I forget his name.
Oh yeah, the cat with the mustache. But
Yeah.
a
So I
lot
mean,
of people were a little skeptical on this one when the first trailer hit. A lot of people were a little bit skeptical on it, but I was like, it's a Pixar movie, so what's not going to be like good about it? So
yeah, I mean they haven't. I don't know. Have they made a bad movie? I don't think so. Maybe Cars 2. I don't know.
Cars 2 was, oh my god, that movie was horrible. And now people are going to think that Turning Red is going to be Pixar's biggest failure since Cars 2.
Why?
It doesn't even look that bad.
I hope not. It's set in my hometown of Toronto.
Yeah, and the paint is cute, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll be bad because, like I've said, I think their only like genuine misfire ever has been Cars 2. They have some other movies I'm like kind of meh on, but
but they're
similar to
not like an actual misfire.
yeah, similar to like the MCU, they have like a similar kind of range. You know, they range from like fantastic to okay, but pretty much no like outright bad movies.
Like the only misfire I can really think of for the MCU is Thor: The Dark World. In
See,
my
for
eyes,
me, like even that one, I think actually I would say no. I would say still every MCU movie is still better than Cars 2. So like I would say Thor 2 is
yes,
still not a total misfire, just because I don't know. When I did my MCU rewatch, I'm like, I mean, it's a fun enough time. The villain sucks, but I mean, you get good like Thor Loki stuff.
yeah, for sure, for
I
sure.
mean, if anything, I'd have to probably, and it's not. I'm not like one of those people that's like hating on the movie or anything, but I would just. I'd have to say Captain Marvel is just the one I enjoy the least, and I don't think it's bad per se, but it's. I do think it's just the most awkward movie. Like I think the whole movie, the way it's told, is just
I can
not
agree with you
really
there.
deep.
Captain Marvel was kind of awkward, but if I'm going to be honest, I'd rather watch that over Thor: The Dark World. If I'm going to be honest, like I'll have more fun watching Captain Marvel, like because it doesn't feel like it's so heavy-handed with the villain.
I guess. I mean, they're pretty close for me. I don't know. Like Captain Marvel has some really good things, like Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury when he's younger. That's pretty awesome. But
And I thought Brie Larson was good as the character of Captain Marvel.
yeah, I think she is. But I think the character is just like maybe not that likable. So I don't know.
Just it feels plain. If I'm going to be honest, it feels plain.
Yeah, I don't know. And just the way the story's told, you like kind of like it's almost like it's intentionally making it hard to connect with her because she doesn't even know who she is.
Yeah, kind of like a little bit like Don't Breathe too, even though it's obviously a sequel and we know this character, but you still can't really connect with him because of the things that he did to women in his basement. So you can't really connect with this guy.
Yeah. So I mean, and to be clear, I was not like one of those people that was like hating on Captain Marvel before it came out. I was actually really excited for it. I thought it could be one of the best ones because I thought, oh, she's like the most powerful character in the Marvel supposedly. And then I saw it and I was like, okay, that was
Yeah,
a little anticlimactic. I don't know.
yeah, could have been better at times, but Eric, we did it, man.
Yeah.
The biggest surprises of 2021 has been completed. Thank you so much for joining me, my man. Tell the wonderful people here that are watching this stream where they can find you.
Well, yeah, you can just find me at Eric Thorpe Reviews, and I can be a bit slow putting out content, but I try to make it pretty jam packed, full with details and stuff when I do put something out. So yeah, I'm working on an Eternals spoiler review that'll be out one day.
All right. I mean, looking forward to my guy. So once again, I left a link to his channel down below in the description. So once again, go give him some love. Go subscribe to his channel. And also subscribe to my channel as well. And also get Eric to 100 subscribers because he deserves it. Like all your love and support. And also hit the thumbs up for me and Eric because that would be awesome. So, you guys, thank you so much for coming to the stream tonight. It has been a total blast for me and Eric talking about some of the biggest surprises of 2021, good and bad. But it was fun nonetheless. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for both me and Eric. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.